200 gigabytes of my hard drive.
What, the recording?
Yeah, because I'm recording it like uncompressed, so I have like a better quality image to edit with. But then I counter that by running the game at standard graphics quality for the frames. So like,
rocking.
here, you see that blob they're shooting at? Yeah, that was an enemy.
I'm rocking 720p, and I'll still probably look better than fucking players.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna use like Premiere Pro to compress it, so it's like 1080p, but only like 300 megabytes, but doesn't lose any of its fidelity really, just like a bit.
I'll stream it unlisted to YouTube at 1440.
Yeah, okay, that'll be good too, because it gives me some backups. So if you're recording, if you're on foot, just make sure you're not at the front of a column, because you can't see anything.
Yeah, mine's not on a stream, it's on a...
I just mean like for anyone that's recording, make sure you're not like the person leading the column, because they won't be able to see anyone's like formation movements and that.
I think we're good, Pat.
Almost. Let me adjust the setting here real quick, and then give me about not even a mic and a half.
Okay.
Minutes to 8. Good time right now. Everyone's here. No one's missing except Patrick's, but he's at the hospital, so.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I has my notepad ready.
Colin said he couldn't come either, so.
Okay, I am ready.
Everyone else ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and I'm recording.
All right, welcome to the minute for Operation Zealy. Hold all your questions till the end, and don't ask me that your team leader could answer offline. Starting off, all elements are going to depart Fort Rev, and they can proceed north along Route Zealy. If you look at your map, Route AFCAC has an old minefield, so avoid using this route unless necessary. Travel at all speeds, conducive to spot anything that may be on the road. Okay. Team leads and timekeepers ensure you disseminate the timeline to the op to your people. Well, actually, I'll just disseminate it now. Make sure we try to adhere to the hard times of departure in RTB. We're going to try to accomplish objectives keeping to the timeline, but the operation should dictate. Don't force something if it's not tactically sound just because of time. Okay. Dedicated timekeepers were a Beach for Section 2, and for Section 1, it's going to be Warren now. It was, but he's not here. And alternates for timekeeping is going to be anybody in the position. So team leads, keep track. And I'm talking about in-game time, okay, not real.
Yeah.
So the timeline for this, very basic. We need to be no later than 1630 to no later than 1700. We need to be linked to Bush Scouts and beginning movement to contact north of the cut line. That's 1. No later than 1725, the southernmost water hole in village should be clear, okay? And no later than 1810, begin movement back to Fort Rev, okay? 1810, we need to start getting out of there if possible, okay? Platoon is going to operate in 2 sections with 2 vehicles per section. Section 1 and Section 2 will operate independently of one another, but are close enough to be mutually supportive in the event of contact, okay? Section 1 consists of Alpha and Bravo teams, and Section 2 is the HQ team and Charlie team. Vehicle assignment, we did plan for bumper numbers, but they may have changed, so we're just going to do it this way. In vehicle bay, as you are looking at it, if you're standing at the storage area looking at all the vehicles, from the farthest right vehicle to the left vehicles in the bay, farthest right is Alpha, then Bravo, then Charlie, then HQ team. Leave the farthest left Land Rover next to the deuce and a half behind, that one's going to stay. Okay. Section 1 is tasked with linking up with the Bush Scouts at group reference map marker on the RV. That grid is 05250793. Again, it's 05250793. They will then conduct tracking operations and movement to contact based on information received by the Bush Scouts. First section is to operate Bush Scouts to enemy location and pick up any trace or spoor left by hostile movements north of the cut. Enemy forces are believed to be traveling or using the water holes as they move south, so make sure you're careful when approaching these areas. Reference the graphics on the map we placed for possible course of actions. Okay. At the terrain, make sure that you're cognizant of good places for potential enemy overwatch positions or ambushes. You can conduct mounted or dismounted operations subject to conditions in the leader's assessment. The vehicles provide a strong mobility and firepower advantage, and with 2 machine guns each, they're the majority of our available combat power right now. Okay. The big disadvantage to them, though, is obviously sound and low armor. Okay. If necessary, leave skeleton crew behind with them, or have them follow your advance far enough behind to not give you away by their engine noise. And if you're sitting somewhere in the trucks, turn the engine off. Okay. Don't just sit there with the engine running, because these guys can hear that and action on that sound. Section 2, this is their piece. Section 2 will turn east off Route Zealy. Okay, we're all going to travel up Route Zealy together. But Section 2 turn east off Route Zealy, proceed east on Route Biltong. Okay, there's that little connecting road between the 2 roads that run parallel, running north. They're going to jump over right before Route Biltong and get on it and proceed east. Okay, they are tasked with clearing the villages south of the cut line. And somebody's on their mic. Hold that for me, please.
That's Rich.
Sorry.
Okay, they're at clearing villages in the southernmost water hole, vicinity grid 077-073. Second section's operational objective is to block enemy movement south of the cut line and hunt for any hostiles that may already be of the cut in that zone. When operating near local populace, ensure strict fire controls maintained and avoid civilian casualties and damage to livestock. A goat is a big piece of their infrastructure out here, so we don't want to piss them off and turn them against us, or destroy their ability to feed and get milk. Okay, so make sure you're careful. Also, dogs too. Dogs are very important here also. Okay. Once the southern water hole is clear and those villages are clear, proceed north slowly up that open area, maximizing the observational fields of fire and sight lines provided by that terrain into the area north of the cut, vicinity Recondo Point. As you're traveling up that road, you should be able to have good eyes north of that cut and scoping out those high grounds there. Okay. Move the vehicles using mass terrain if possible into successive vehicle ambush positions through that field there. There's little islands of vegetation and there's a lot of good hold downs, so make good use of that as you move up slowly. Okay. If second section makes no contact at any point in time there, as they're moving up, they need to proceed east in order to clear the far eastern edge of the cut line and operational area. If they need to, get out, look for tracks on the road there, because that's a likely crossing for linear danger area for infantry forces, so just keep that in mind. Okay. The vegetation is pretty thick along that road on the cut line in the far east there. So just south of it, you'll see that little ASR that just kind of ends in the middle of that field. That might actually be a better road to use to travel east on, to give you some greater standoff from enemy positions that might be on Eastern Hill watching that road or preparing to cross. Okay. If you don't make any contact on that, it's recommended after that, second section can move back west, use the cut line to spot any tracks as they're coming back again, just kind of sweep over it one more time, and then you can either reoccupy ambush positions of your choice, that kind of open area to block, or they can continue to patrol the cut line or support section 1 if you're needed. Okay. At any time though during this operation, either section may break off what they're doing to support the other, or be tasked with maneuvering into position to reduce enemies. If we identify these guys and we can maneuver those vehicles in on them so that we can try to keep them in an L shape, or if we need to get south of them because they've already crossed the cut and we just found them, make sure that you're watching your fields of fire on that, and so you're not driving into the other section's firing lines. Okay, let's be careful with that. Do not become fixed in any position for too long if you're fighting them. Displace or offset, attempt to catch the forces as they're breaking contact or aggressing on your previous positions. If your vehicles are fired upon, immediately try to get out of that area and gain standoff distance in excess of 200 yards. That way we can reduce these guys with superior firepower and marksmanship and training. Okay? Don't try to get into a protracted firefight with elements that are 50 to 150 yards away and you're sitting out in the open in the vehicles. We're going to try to use our speed and mobility and our vehicle firepower to maximum advantage on this. Okay? Engage when we have the advantage on terrain preferable to us. Flank or pull the enemy into a fight on ground that gives us the edge, especially. Use these vehicles to keep that standoff and engage them. Okay, at distances again that are superior, that our superior marksmanship and training is conducive to that. If you're dismounted, make sure you're moving quietly. You're staying in formations conducive to the use of hand signals, and look for enemy tracks and spores so we can surprise these guys. Okay, if we can pick them up and follow them, doesn't mean like as soon as you see somebody light them up. If we can maneuver into a better position to hit them, let's try and do that and not engage in terrain that is worse for us and better for them. Okay. Make sure you're keeping track of enemy body locations and mark them on the map for follow-on retrieval and or equipment destruction. And don't get bogged down or shot trying to loot the bodies because, you know, there's some cool toys or something there. Do try to keep track of how many casualties you've incurred on them. And if we do take things from the enemy, make sure we're prioritizing prestige weapon systems such as RPGs, anything anti-tank, crew serve weapons. We want to try to remove those from them. Have a priority on just AKs, of course, unless it is, you know, some type of indirect that has a grenade. If it's something that we can use, definitely grab it. We'll incorporate it into it. And medical supplies that are on the bodies, if you need to grab that, grab it. But don't just, don't make it a gaggle. Make sure that it's done with security and you're in a good spot for it. You don't want to get your ass caught out hanging in the wind with that going down. Okay. Now, immediately following this brief in the map, this is what's going to happen. As soon as we spawn in, you're going to remove the magazine from your weapon, and you can put it in your kit. Make sure your weapon's on safe so we don't run into any troubles back at the base, okay? The vehicles in the vehicle bay, before those things move, drivers, make sure you honk those horns twice. That way the people around it know, hey, this vehicle's moving and we can get clear. We don't want to run into an issue where we're having to patch somebody up before we get out there because they were hanging around the back end of the vehicle and it starts moving. Okay. Following this brief, the dedicated medical personnel are going to get with Sergeant Ping, and you're going to front load into the uniform storage area to get your bush hats and your carryalls. Okay. Ping's going to take you from there back to the medical tent, and you're going to retrieve your entire team's medical supplies as well as yours, and you're going to place the team's medical supplies in the vehicle inventory. Okay. Everybody here is going to go, once we spawn in, over to the uniform storage, and they're going to grab a Nutria brown bush hat and a carry-all. And the medics are, the order of march in there is obviously going to be the medics are front-loaded. Then it's going to be the vehicle gunners, followed by the team leaders, and lastly, the drivers. The AQ element can pop in wherever they want to in that order, okay? I want a nice line out front. We're going to file in. We're going to do this in an orderly manner and control it, okay? After everybody's got their packs and their hats, the gunners are going to move to the ammunition area and they're going to secure the additional vehicle ammo for their vehicle. You have approximately 1,200 rounds that you can grab of 7.62 belts. Put them in there. Team leaders are going to move to the equipment and the pyrotechnics buildings, and they're going to grab all of the binoculars for their guys, including themselves, and all of the smoke for their guys, including themselves. Okay, smoke is 2 white per man, 1 green, and 1 red. Okay, and 1 frag grenade for each guy. So make sure you grab for yourself, put it in your kit, and you grab for your dudes and put it in your backpack, and then transfer that into the vehicle inventory. Drivers are going to start retrieving the spare tires and any other authorized additional vehicle equipment that they may need. Okay, make sure you do that in a nice orderly manner. If some guy's carrying for a tire, you know how ArmA is. We don't want to get somebody knocked the hell out because they ran into a spare tire that he's trying to load in the cargo of the vehicle. Okay, let's not have that happen. Once the vehicles are good and all the gear is loaded into them, load your guys up. You're going to stage the vehicles along the perimeter wall by North Gate. You're going to retrieve your individual kit supplies from that vehicle inventory. Once you have your stuff, you're going to go stand against that perimeter wall next to your vehicle, and your team leaders are going to conduct their final PCCs. That's pre-combat checks. Make sure that you guys have what you need, and especially if it's been loaded into the inventory, one of the quickest ways to check that is, hey, if there's still something left hanging around, start asking who's missing stuff. Okay, there's one vehicle that will probably have some extra because Patrick's isn't here tonight, so just keep that in mind and split it up how you want to. Once that's all the team leads have given the HQ and up, their guys are good, The lead vehicle should request departure, and we will SP to route Zealy on commands instructions. Okay, make sure that you lock and load your weapons again as we leave that gate. Okay, the order of march departing Fort Rev is Section 1 in Leader's Choice configuration, followed by Section 2 in Leader's Choice configuration. Maintain a 50 to 70 meter interval during the convoy and call out any deviations from the route, such as sharp curves, turns, stopping especially. If we can offset a little bit, that'd be great to avoid somebody running into the ass end. We don't want that happening. If we do make contact on the way north, we will react according to our unit SOPs, which we do when we play regularly. Okay, we're going to get off that damn X. We're going to reorient, try to reduce those guys and maneuver on them in a way that is they're fighting us the way we want to fight, and we're not trying to fight them from inside their kill zone. Okay. Now, we will return to base either on Route Zealy as a platoon or Route Bry, depending on which is most convenient or affords a final sweep of the area south of the cut line. We may not necessarily return back as a platoon either. It's just going to depend on how this mission shakes out. We may have one element proceed back home on Route Zealy and one element proceed back home on Route Bry. Okay. Before I open it up to questions, I just want to put out a little bit of a historical section on this. Okay. This op is in memoriam of a man named Lieutenant Freddie Zealy. Okay, he was one of the South African reckies. Lieutenant Zealy was killed in action on June 20, 1974. He was the 7th and final recipient of the Low Wapner Decoration, and if I've mispronounced, sorry. Okay, it's awarded for conspicuous gallantry in most heroic actions. Lieutenant Zealy and a fellow recce were engaged in close contact by a SWAPO machine gunner from close range. Lieutenant Zealy charged that dude. That gunner, with no regard for his own safety and by his actions, saved the life of his fellow recce. Now, he was killed in the act of doing that. Okay, it's our hope that we can succeed in this event in a manner that's going to bring honor to his memory and to his sacrifice. And his actions definitely keep with the motto of the recce's, which is "We fear not but God." That's a pretty brave thing to do, to charge right into a machine gun that's aimed right on you from less than 50 yards away. So keep that in mind while you're out there driving around and we're conducting this mission on a map that looks exactly is modeled after the exact location, conducting a mission that's actually modeled after the one where the guy lost his life at. So just keep that in mind while you're out there playing. That's all that I've got for the briefing now, so I'm going to open up to any questions. Are there any questions before we kick over? And does everybody understand what's going to happen as soon as we spawn in? No answer is always a good answer.
You got questions at the time?
Yeah, I'm just verifying that because my particular role has changed. I was Rich's driver, and I'm now your driver, Pat. Is that correct?
Yeah, me and you will work that out. You're the driver for the setup and stuff. I may take over driving once we get ready. We'll work that out offline though.
Roger that.
But for right now, all intents and purposes, act like you're the driver.
I always do.
One concern that I have, during the brief was mentioned that all drivers are going to be moving tires. It's just going to be myself and Dunlap. It's just to avoid people getting knocked unconscious when people are turning around.
Okay, so only 2 personnel are going to be grabbing the tires for all the vehicles.
Yeah, we can do it efficiently enough.
Okay, so if you're in a driver slot, that's not one of those people. What you should do then is when you get your backpack, start assisting your gunners and putting ammo. That way you have less trips back and forth between the building. Okay.
Hey, Rich.
Yep.
So it's just me, Chucky, and Warren. Warren's leaving about halfway through it. How do you want to divide up the empty slot? Because it's just going to be me and Chucky and the Vic at that point.
Okay, I can flex. Probably I can flex ping over to you guys.
Okay.
Since we're going to be traveling with each other, so
All right.
once we get north of the cut line.
One more concern. Let's just go over the final radio frequency before we move on. So there, as far as I'm aware, is 33.5 for the 77s, and then for the vehicle radios, we're going to be operating on the standard net 1, and the fallback frequency for the 77s is 5.50.
Correct.
Okay, guys, the comms plan. Did was that what you guys just went over? I had to to answer a question here. Okay, so everybody's aware of where the radios are at too. They're at the briefing area where the tents are at.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so 33.25.
Yep, for primary.
Yeah. Okay, got that.
Vehicle freaks should already be set inside the vehicle. Should be net 01.
All right. If there's nothing else to add or any questions, I think I'm pretty much done.
Yep.
We good to go then?
Yep.
Alright, if you can hear us, Johan, you're clear to press continue and get us in there.
Medics.
All right, medics.
All right,
Bringing
ready to
everything up.
move.
Yep.
Medics front load. Then the gunners behind them. Then the team leaders. Then the drivers and everybody else. HQ can pop in wherever they want.
Are the medics here? Yep.
You do it by vehicle Alpha Gunner first in front of me.
Okay.
Then I'll take last man. Alright. Oh, this is the wrong one. They
Make
changed
sure
the
you grab
crates.
your brown hats, no berets.
They changed the crates around.
Is it BWSADF Booney?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, that's in this leftmost box on this side that says uniforms.
Okay.
Cheers.
I think you're good to move in.
Should we keep the beret for AAR?
Yeah.
Affirmative.
I just throw it in your backpack.
Yeah.
I'm
Where's the
looking for
backpack?
There's several different backpacks to choose from here.
I see SADF rucksack. That's not what we had last night.
Yeah, I know. That's what we're going with. Looks like that's always available.
Make sure you exit out the other door.
Yes.
Rock.
The rucksacks are in the fourth crate on the south wall.
Alright, I'm exiting.
Exiting.
Alright, exiting.
Exiting. Where's Pang?
Where was the medical supplies crate?
Remember, it's over. Come on.
It's somewhere else, but
For medical supplies, it'll be in the briefing area over there.
thanks.
You done running off.
Yeah, well, you guys should know where the medical tent is already. I showed you last night.
You did. I missed that though.
Alright, 2-on-1.
2-on-1, I'll grab this other one for the other Vic too.
Alright, so remember, 12 bandages, 12 of each, 7 F, 7 morph, 7 tourniquet, 5 saline, 5 body bags, 1 surgical kit, and then, you know, depending on how many earplugs we got in each box, grab half. Just to have.
Yeah, just to have, because I know my kit loaded with 3, and I noticed a lot of people's kit loaded with 3.
Either way, let's just take them. We'll have them on the truck. let me know when you're done, CJ, and I'll go ahead and grab mine.
Almost done. Seven each, tourniquet, morphine, epi, 5 saline, 5 body bags, and 12 of each bandage.
Did you grab a surgical kit?
And I have the surgical kit, yes.
And if you want, you can grab 5 earplugs just to have.
Did
You
not
can just throw them on the truck.
copy, that is everything.
Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna go through mine.
CJ, you remember your vehicle number?
Sorry?
You remember your vehicle number?
Third one from the right?
Yep.
Alright, we're set? Yeah, we're set with ammo.
Stepping through.
Evening, gentlemen. Rather.
Hey, Swanson, truck's ready.
Outstanding. I'm gonna load our
Ammo
supplies
loaded
into
for
it.
truck 1 for Alpha.
Roger, I'm gonna do a gun check on my...
Copy all. Chuck, are you familiar with how to work the vehicle radio, or do you need a run through on that?
Give me a quick run through on it.
Copy. Wait one. We just
Whoop.
finished loading these smoke grenades.
Now,
I'm
team
assuming
leads,
it's the
there's
same as
also
normal?
additional rifle mags too. If you want to grab some rifle mags for you guys, some of those are also available in the logistics. Okay.
Lights fixed. Oh.
That one is good. Yep.
Are these sights good now on the 240?
Yeah, these guns are solid, man. These guns
Sweet.
are solid. These are the ones that I was saying for training.
Alright.
Check commander gun. Alright, we're set.
Tire coming through.
Moving.
Yep.
We're supposed to have 6
Clear.
Yep. Additional logistics for
We got Harris.
So I'm just as the team leader grabbing like 10.
I think that one needs one more.
All right.
Alright, Pat, which truck is ours?
Beach, do I put...
What's up?
I don't put the
0
body
6
bags in,
Alpha
Chuck,
Alpha.
we're
right?
set.
Copy.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't hear that.
I don't put the body
I'm assuming
bags in,
the
right?
radio controls for the
Yeah, we hold
truck
those.
is the
Okay.
same for normal.
I think I'm ready then.
Sweet.
It should be the same radio, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Right, they have
You
it
might
set
want
up
to
right
check
now.
it, configure it now.
That's what... Well,
Mag 58's on
Alright.
top.
If you're not loading, get away from the vehicle.
Okay, guys, make sure that you take note of what your vehicle's bumper number is, okay? Alpha team is in Papa Foxtrot 04 Alpha Alpha. Bravo team is in Papa Foxtrot 05 Alpha Alpha. Charlie team is in Papa Foxtrot 06 Alpha Alpha. And the HQ element is in Papa Foxtrot 07 Alpha Alpha, okay? So it looks like we could have went with our original bumper number plan, but...
Yeah.
05 set.
Alright, number 4 needs 2 more.
I couldn't figure out how to pull up the radio, so I'll have to have someone do a quick run through with me.
Yeah, stand by.
Chucky, come here.
Whoop.
Up in the
Tires
vehicle.
coming through. Heads up.
Yep. Patterson, I'll take the driver's slot just because I've got the familiar. I'm pretty familiar with it. If we dismount, we're going to
Okay.
be dismounting as a team, anyways.
Okay,
That
Chucky,
sounds
you ready?
fine. And then
Lima Charlie.
you have me and CJ in your vehicle, and who else?
Self-interact.
Fish?
Fish
Unloaded.
is gunning. So
Rats.
Johnson is the dedicated medical person. So I want her in the back seat. So if somebody takes a hit, she can start working on immediately in the vehicle. Okay.
Use
Well,
that.
And
You want
that's
me
the
on the
most.
commander's gun?
Yeah,
What's
you
the
can take the
channel?
commander's gun.
Whatever the one you have.
Copy,
Right.
guys, it's on channel 1.
Ready for us to load? Is our Vic's good?
Okay, just dump all your
Yeah, if our Vic is completely good, let's load up all our dudes in place. Okay.
And that's how you'll get orders if I
Alright,
check
your
it.
medical supplies
Alright,
loaded.
it's
Ready?
caps lock to use
Okay.
that, correct?
Toolkit
Cool.
Outstanding.
Okay.
You don't have to. I don't. I mean,
South Africa, you got to
Wrong
drive on the other
side.
side.
Yep, it's backwards.
Hold on.
Like Murica.
There's.
Start grabbing your individual kits out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, out of the vehicle inventory.
Go ahead and
Chucky,
grab half
so
of
I'm
all
taking.
medical supplies. in the
Swanson, I'm
inventory
assuming
and
I'm
then
grabbing
check.
the gunner seat, right?
No, not yet. Pang.
Sorry,
Not
what'd you
yet.
say?
Hold on,
Grab,
guys.
Fucking Rich's Vic until we
grab
lose
half
Warren.
medical supplies
Once
in
we
the
lose
truck.
Warren, we'll make the
Just
swap.
grab half of them.
Do we grab tracer
belts for
We're staffed for now, all right? We're good.
Alright.
Negative.
No, they will load automatically for the machine guns. Okay.
What you do grab though is 2 of each bandage, 1 each of the epi,
Chucky,
morphine, and
Warren.
tourniquet.
Yes.
You guys want to come to the back of the vehicle really quickly? Okay.
Yep,
Each of
stand
you
by.
guys. Oh, all right.
Alright,
When you guys are ready,
ready
What
to
do I
check
need to
vehicle
grab?
net 01.
I'll advise.
Alright, I'm here.
Okay, everybody. If
All
you
right, vehicles
reference
are
the
good.
thing, you each can take 2 white smoke, 1 green, 1 red, and 1 frag. Okay.
Roger.
Harris, I'll be right
Those
back.
are your
This is
allotted
directions for
equipment.
vehicle.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, Christ. And then, that's your
Alright,
equipment.
and we have a toolkit in there, that's good.
Swanson, I got 3
Vehicles all
earplugs on
loaded.
board, brother, on my kit.
Same here.
Okay, for my
Earplugs in?
You're fine with those. Keep them.
Cool,
Alright.
Roger.
Oh, I didn't lock and load my
Any
rifle.
medical gear on board? or
Yeah,
not?
oh,
No,
yeah,
we'll do that later. Wait, we'll do that when we stage. We're gonna stage and do our final checks.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you can take that as much as you really need to.
Yep.
We don't have a medic on
Alpha,
board,
this is
so you don't
Charlie,
have to worry
team
about
vehicle. Radio check.
Copy that. Take a
Gonna
Charlie.
put
Are
some
we not
stuff on
Are we
my
not getting
kit.
I need
CJ?
one more.
that for sure. No, we're not.
Alright.
Richie,
He's not with
I
us.
think Richie
Alright,
just
you
got
guys
the
can
smoke.
aid.
Yeah.
After that, but
Yeah.
binoculars are in the vehicle.
I got for track IR, I can look around in here. If everybody's loaded up, we ought to start staging.
Chucky
Yeah, we're
Square.
good to stay.
What? Yeah, we got somebody running.
Yeah, 2 of each.
It might be able to clear.
Bandages and
There's-
1 of the other stuff.
We're good to stay.
Alright, Swanson, I'm loading up.
Now it's.
Copy. Chucky.
I'm loaded.
What
I
you
would
say?
hold off on stage, and that guy's
We're
going
good
to
to
grab my
stay.
row.
Alright.
Dunlap, you.
Yeah.
You got
Case
your
you, Vic, is good to
bandages.
stage.
Yeah, 2 of each. Yeah, we'll wait for that one. Let's wait for that one guy to get back in his truck, and then
I think
Section
we'll
1
follow
will
them out,
load.
Carter.
Yeah, we will. Just so we
Okay.
don't have so much stuff moving around.
Follow Charlie out.
We got 19 minutes. We got plenty of time. Good. I love
Time is
when we are way ahead of schedule. That's great.
Hey,
Okay.
Major.
I got
if
a
you
my
haven't
weapon.
already, check the inventory in the truck, grab.
radio check.
If he hasn't grabbed
right now. Hold on.
the
Section 1 is Charlie team. If you're good to stage,
Yeah, just
we're
grab all
already in
medical
Section
supplies.
2. Okay.
Those are yours.
Copy that.
Chucky.
Yeah, you guys' grenades are in here as well.
Give me Charlie.
Actually,
You're
looking
gonna
at
be
this,
my,
Harris, you grabbed 2 morphines.
Yeah,
You need to grab 1 morphine,
Yes,
1
I do.
epinephrine.
All right.
Oh, I don't know how that got there. My bad.
Got everybody loaded up?
Yep.
Did everybody in
Alright,
Charlie grab
alright.
their medical
Alright.
supplies
Bravo
from the
set.
cargo?
Yeah, Bravo set.
No,
I got
you
mine.
didn't grab. You just didn't grab an epi. You're good.
We got intercom on this truck too, eh?
Make sure you honk.
All right.
The rest is for you, boss.
Go ahead. No.
We'll put our net down when we start get there, I guess.
I need to make sure I've got my keys bound for the medical menu.
Charlie stopping. All right, let's do our PCC. So get out, stand up at the wall, right to the right of the vehicle.
Headquarters stop.
Somebody
didn't grab their
Yep.
hand grenade. Who is it?
Yeah, everyone hop out.
I got mine
Somebody-
out of the box.
Okay.
I have 2 white, 1 green, 1 red,
Good.
1 frag.
I grabbed mine from the vehicle cargo.
I'm good to go
Yep.
too, Swanson.
I left my smokes and I'll be gunner.
Ah, now we know.
Alright, I'm hot.
All right. So I need to go put this one back, so we're not leaving with logistics. We're not authorized. Patterson, did you get your smokes and stuff?
We're gonna be having
Hey, firm.
the same things last time. This is nothing new.
And
for
then
us.
Harris, you got your smokes.
Yeah, roger that.
Affirmative.
Regular, and we'll go from there. Chuck, you're gonna be following Patterson. Patterson's vehicle.
All right. I'm gonna go run this back real quick.
I'm ready.
We're not authorized it, so I'm gonna go put it
I wanna
back.
Go ahead and open the gate before we.
Somebody get the camo net. Somebody already did. Awesome. You guys are wonderful.
Alright, well,
Almost like a real army.
while he's running and doing that, lock and load and put it on safe.
Yep.
Mounting.
Beach, are you sure you got? Are you guys sure you got your grenades, or did someone grab extra?
Check my bag. Let me see. I've got.
Loaded.
That's weird. I've got
Gunner, would you prefer
smoke
to have
grenade
that
in my
platform
backpack,
down?
1 frag, 1 red.
Set.
Would you prefer to have that platform
Okay,
raised?
yeah. You're just missing 1 extra smoke and 1 green.
Okay, so I have an extra white white smoke in my vest. Let me put it in my backpack.
Oh, okay.
And then
Yeah,
the green one.
we spawned with an extra white. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I could just get lower in the gun with the stand.
Yeah, I'll go run that back then.
The green.
It's a nice hike too. I like it.
Alright, we should have a good time.
Okay.
Just be advised, we have a much smaller loadout.
So I've got 2
Okay,
white.
so everybody in Charlie team, if you look in your individual gear, okay, you should have 1 frag grenade, 2 white smokes, 1 red, 1 green smoke.
When he explained how the scouts work.
Hey, firm.
Fish, if you left yours in the truck, then it should be good to go.
Yep.
Okay.
I just got 1 frag and 1 smoke on me.
Okay.
Use your standard radio commands.
Let's put our earplugs in.
Yep. Reply and like I think it's 9.
Okay, so we're good to hook. I think we may try to do a screenshot per pick before we leave. So, Carter, are we going to be doing a pick or a screenshot or something before we roll out?
Nah, we'll do that after.
Gotcha. Okay. My team's up, good to go. I'm going to have them load up in the vehicles now. All right, load up.
All right, guys, let's
Time
get
16, 15.
Okay. Let's fucking do it.
Charlie team, radio check. Vehicle. Gotcha. CJ.
I heard it.
Charlie's green.
All elements, Charlie and command are.
It's just the normal talk button, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Charlie vehicles green. Good to go.
This is command.
Oh, Patterson, that's Acre. Acre sounds like radio inside the vehicle.
Right, I know.
But it doesn't sound like it when I talk it, so yeah, I was confused.
Charlie Vic departing. Lock and load, guys. How do you lock and load the crew served?
Press F.
F is the safety for it. Alright, I'm loaded. Everybody loaded with their individual weapons. Charlie Vic turning left. Okay, take a look. Johnson, take a look at the map for me and navigate. I think it's the second intersection. We turn right.
That's correct. This is a change from our previous operations, but I actually see our position on the map.
That's a nice benefit.
Yeah, I see exactly where we are.
We're not supposed to be able to have that.
We certainly didn't in any of the practices.
Yeah.
Well, it's the server setting, so at least we've trained ourselves.
Yeah, we trained for the harder way. We trained the harder way.
I see all of the vehicles on the map. Yeah, so.
Train hard, win easy.
HQ's doing the same thing they did yesterday, not having a gunner. Can you please tell them that having 2 people or having 3 people on radio is not as important as having 2 gunners?
Charlie vehicle stopping. Okay, let's make sure we got good security out.
Checking right.
Looking east.
Bravo vehicle's having an issue they're sorting out. Charlie vehicle now moving.
CJ, I'll check the left side of the vehicle most of the time.
I don't have the ability to use my weapon in this seat.
Okay. Oh, who's on the Top Gun?
I am.
Oh, sorry. All right, I'll be checking left.
Yeah, we're rocking convoy style right now. Second Vic's got left side. I got right. HQ's doing their fucking thing.
Still A little over a click away from the first intersection.
Yeah, we're coming up perpendicular to that southern village.
I can't believe that we can see stuff though. Well, I mean it's good, but that's one of the ways to separate the men's from the boys, man, is not letting them see where they're at.
I wonder if it was a response to the driver not being able to use a compass.
Might be. I mean, we found a workaround for it that worked real good.
Yeah, being good at what we do.
That's always a good workaround.
Alright, we're passing the first intersection.
Okay, first intersection.
Right now.
We're taking Biltong, correct?
Correct.
Yep, we're going to turn east on Biltong.
It's like a click and a half to the second intersection, which we will take.
HQ, watch the rock, right side of road. Roger. Where's that intersection?
Stand by, it's still...
About 600 meters, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a little over a half click. We're going to take that right, and then we're going to turn left 200 meters after that, and then right onto Biltong.
Copy.
Pat, I feel like I'm living inside a Soldier Fortune magazine article.
100 meters to right.
Charlie Vic, turning right. Section 1, this is Section 2. We're breaking off to proceed east on Route Biltong, over.
Adjusting to the left.
Charlie Vic, left turn.
Take the next right in 100 meters.
Charlie Vic, turning right, proceeding east on Route Biltong.
Facing north.
Got east.
HQ, this is Charlie Vic. I'm going to proceed at approximately 30 miles an hour on the white dial of the speedometer, over. Roger, I was just letting you know what speed I was traveling. I've slowed down looking for potential threats on the road, over. Scope out, look for anything. Bravo Vic, what's Alpha Vic status? Are they good to go? They got casualties, over. Understood. You need us to come back. We'll move back to your position and support you, over.
How has this already gone south?
HQ, we're going to set up here. We'll dismount, provide dismounted security for you, over. Johnson, you and me are going to get out and provide security. Top gunner, watch a different direction. Commander's machine guns got front.
Yep.
Orange.
Orange? Okay, better than nothing.
What direction you want me to face?
I want you to face back towards the west. I'll watch east.
If not, if they aren't able to, we're gonna have to maneuver to them. Manfit, right, now operational again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Might use to
Hey,
have a
HQ
crosshair.
Top Gunner, why don't you watch south for us, if you wouldn't mind? We've got the Commander's machine guns watching east. My Top Gunner is watching northeast. If you'll watch west, that'd be great.
Looks like the situation's shaping out. We're gonna have to abandon you guys. We're gonna have to head over there.
Looks like we got damaged engine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oglesby, our
Yeah,
engine's
so
saying
we're
it's
gonna
red
go
right
fix
now.
Alpha's engine, they're red too.
Copy. You want us to proceed on mission then?
I'm not sure. That's gonna be at Liberty of Carter.
No, I'd say hang here just because we don't want you guys to go up alone.
Okay.
All right.
Patterson, you're a fucking mechanic quality. You can be able to fix it.
I guess. Let me dismount.
Copy.
All right, guys, we're gonna stay put here. I've got to get back in the driver's seat just so we got radio comms.
Yeah, Oglesby,
unless-
our engine says it's red. I'm gonna see if we're having Patterson see if you can fix it.
Roger.
Kind of random.
I don't see a way to repair.
I think you might have to have the toolkit in your inventory to do it. You should have to go to the front where the engine is and ace interact
HQ,
with
this
it.
is Charlie Vic, over. HQ is Charlie Vic. Be advised, our engine is now red for some unknown reason. We're attempting a fix now, over.
I have no way to repair.
You've been looking at the engine? There should be an ace interaction with roughly the engine area.
Yeah, I know.
We have somebody in the dedicated engineer slot for our team.
Pretty sure Patterson.
Oh, here we go. I got it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of random.
We didn't hit any rocks.
Makes it look like the entire vehicle damaged.
Yeah,
good?
we didn't hit anything. Okay. HQ, this is Charlie Vic. We performed repair. Our vehicle is now operational, over. Let's make sure we got Johnson. You still providing security? Patterson, if you want, take control of the radio. You got to ace interact and go to use all. I'm going to get out. That way we can provide some security.
Are the other sets of Vics down as well?
Should I point out that I don't know how to use vehicle radios and anchor?
Once you go to use all, whatever your radio key is, you should just be able to press that and use it. So do ace interact for the vehicle, then to the racks, and then use all.
Yeah,
and
I did
then
that.
whatever your radio key is, you might have to go to escape and configure controls for your anchor to find out which radio. I think it's caps lock though by default.
Yeah, mine is to caps lock. So it defaults the vehicle radio.
Yeah, that'll be your default vehicle radio right now. So if you want to do a check, just to make sure it's working.
Yeah, I think it's good.
We're an hour. It's 16:30 now, so we've got an hour to clear that watering hole in that southernmost village.
Copy. Where did HQ head off to?
They went to take their dedicated mechanic, the advanced engineer, over to them so that they can fix their
5
truck.
by
'Cause their
5.
truck's screwed.
What, did all of our Vics go down at the same time?
Looks like it. I think this is probably built in the scenario though, so let's be pulling security.
Copy.
We got somebody watching south. Johnson, I want you to cover down watching the south and the west. I'll cover down kind of watching the south and the east.
South and west, got it.
HQ Vic is heading back. Bravo Vic's clear to move. Alpha's moving.
Yeah, while we're driving, we need to be careful about IEDs on these roads. Either that or the vehicles just broke down.
We didn't hear any
Both
explosions.
vehicles are moving now.
Yeah.
Inside
Was
Saboteur.
Was it all 4 vehicles that went down?
Sounds like more like a Saboteur since we didn't hear any explosions.
I think it's...
Would just be African roads.
Yeah, these vehicles probably in the real life were probably big old pieces of crap. You know, like that's the way things tended to be.
Forgot Oglesby, you're an Army guy, so you have all the fucking repair parts in the world. Yeah, no, here in the Marine Corps, when I was in the Marine Corps, we were duct taping shit together.
And let's try to keep chatter down. But yeah, you're right. We had all kinds of toys.
Yeah, I got pretty long eyes out
Charlie
at our
copies all.
1 o'clock.
Command just contacted us. They're turning onto Biltong now.
All right, let's load up. We'll get staged on the road, ready to move. Johnson, you in?
I'm in.
HQ's Charlie Vic. We got audible on you. HQ Vic, we'll take lead.
Stop.
Watching north
HQ
again.
Vic, we're going to travel approximately 30 miles an hour on the white dial speedometer, over. HQ Vic, this is Charlie Vic. We got eyes on smoke plume, probably village, over. CamelNet maybe causing the error? Is that what they're thinking, you think? I don't know, but...
Negative, they,
Dunlap's always shouting.
2 of the vehicles were using it yesterday.
HQ, this is Charlie Vic. We have eyes on huts for a village. We're going to move up just a little bit, and we'll stop just short so we can get some eyes on it so we don't drive in blind.
Testing east.
Charlie Vic is stopping. We're going to scope it out. Johnson, you want to jump out and look with your binos and see what you can see out there?
Straight ahead.
See if you see anything, and then we'll proceed.
Straight ahead by the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a village straight down the road.
Looking straight down the road. It's hard to see with all the foliage. I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, I don't see any people or anything. So jump in. We'll proceed up a little bit more.
Back in.
HQ Vic, this is Charlie Vic. We don't see anything from here. We're gonna push up just a little bit more. If we take contact, reverse back to this position. Over. Understood. If you can get in position to overwatch us slightly, that'd be great. This is Charlie Vic is at intersection of Route Bry and Biltong. Over. Okay, on the right side of the road, there's a fence. Gunner, you want to watch that area?
Got it.
Nobody's home. Got another fence over here.
Only got eyes on livestock.
HQ, this is Charlie Vic. We've made it to the center of the village. It looks fairly quiet. They've got a walled off section here. We're going to stop and take a peek. If you want to move up to the center of the village to support us, that'd be great. Over.
Yeah, we got the sleeve next to the fire.
Understood. We're gonna dismount as a team. And we're gonna check it out. So we'll be off comms for a second. All right, let's dismount as a team.
We're gonna clear this fenced-in section. Make sure they don't got something sitting out. So let's get out. We're gonna stack on that wall, pop out, and then we're gonna just take a quick look. So I'm moving up.
Kind of see that crack in the door.
Can't open the door. Got a civilian over here by the fire.
Roger. Fish, go check the civvies out. Johnson, you and me, we're gonna clear this last.
Behind you.
Copy.
That's clear.
Group of civvies.
Yep. Oh, yep. Please
Okay.
don't point your
No
gun at them.
Yeah, no options on them.
Guy's
Go
bleeding.
away. Ace medical. Oh, it's fire. Yeah, okay, yeah, never mind. I know what's going on with this.
All right,
She's
let's
being
back
burned
up.
by the fire.
Let's get
Yeah.
back to our trucks and proceed. Let's get a even wedge on me. Let's just make sure we're watching around. Mount up.
So we can't get any intel from them or to them or anything.
No.
Shouldn't have tried to treat the
HQ is Charlie Vic. Villages.
Where is the HQ? Right there.
Just reporting up, village is clear. We're gonna back to Route Biltong and continue moving east.
Watch out for this loose goat right here.
HQ Charlie Vic turning right, moving east. Biltong over.
Right. Looking north.
Looking east. Oh, rubber band.
HQ, this is Charlie Vic. We're gonna proceed north to using this high, kind of clear that village and water hole over.
You guys are getting some, I think.
Yeah, rubber banding. I got smoke, 12.
That should be the village. HQ Charlie Vic, eyes on smoke. Probably the village over.
I'm oriented northeast, 8 times across the field.
Did you say northeast?
Later.
Understood. If you want to keep eyes further east and northeast, that would be best if you could offset on our eastern flank over. Eyes on the huts.
Kind of look your wind.
We're going to move up to this little group of trees here.
Anything north.
HQ is Charlie Vic. We're going to stop. We've got fairly decent eyes from here. We're just going to scope out and kind of bump up a little bit once we're satisfied. HQ Charlie Vic, we're going to move up. We found some hull down. We're proceeding north a little bit closer. We found another hull down position we're going to move to.
Got civilians next to fire again. Animals in and around the village.
Okay, we want to push up some more.
So this water hole's north of this village, right?
Yeah, there's a water hole north. HQ, this is Charlie Vic. We got eyes on civilians in the village. We're approximately 150 yards southwest. Hey, take contact. We're gonna haul ass.
Got it, dog. Coming across R1.
Yeah, see it.
Yeah, village is quiet as well with the same 4 civilians around the fire and plenty of animals.
Okay, make sure somebody's watching the left side of the view. Commander's machine gun, watch the left side.
Roger.
Down in the watering hole. Yeah, we're clear.
HQ, this is Charlie Vic. We're gonna dismount at the southernmost watering hole just north of that village and look for tracks or spoor, over. Okay, Top Gunner stays in. Johnson, Patterson with me.
Dog out front.
What? What?
There was a dog moving ahead of us.
Oh.
The dog's running away out there. I don't know. He might catch a scent of something.
Dogs don't have the potential to be IEDs in this game, or no?
No, they don't. The dog's heading way up north. Like,
HQ, this is Charlie Vic on comms. We've cleared this southern watering, or the southernmost watering hole. Didn't ID any tracks or anything. We're gonna take a look on the road just to double check, make sure nobody hauled out of here.
We're 25 minutes ahead on that.
I'm gonna try and keep our eyes on that dog. There it is.
That's a Roger. We didn't find any spoor down here. We're gonna fan out on the road a little more and see if there's anything crossing, head back to the west into the vegetation, but don't have eyes on anything immediate vicinity of the watering hole, over.
Watch out the animals and spread out a little bit more. We don't want to driving around too much.
Roger. We're gonna dismount and check this village out real quick again, so we'll be off comms momentarily. All right. Patterson. Patterson, Johnson, me, we're dismounting. Top Gunner, you stay put.
Copy.
Take over the radio, Gunner, and see if you can talk to him.
I can't use it.
HQ, this is Charlie Vic back on comms. Village is clear.
That dog's moved even further north. Barely fixated on one direction.
Our engine is currently pink, or is yellow, over.
Pink.
HQ, this is Charlie Vic. We're done down here at the southernmost watering hole in this village. We're going to proceed kind of north, bumping between hide sites, seeing what kind of eyes we can get on Recondo Point and the cut line, over. Understood. We're going to proceed north towards the cut line. We're going to stay on this western edge of the vegetation, over.
We got that dog to our right.
Say again, Command. You got stepped on.
Might hold here. We got real good eyes. Might want to actually back up back into the street. Kind of standing out like a sore thumb.
Bravo, Vic. What's your grid, over? Zero 07008, over. Understood, over. Section 1, this is Charlie Vic. Do you need assistance? Over. Do you need assistance? Over. Okay, there's eyes on HQ's vehicle. He's going to drive right through that. Roger, HQ, since you're going to head to them, we'll try and maintain a blocking position here in this area. Over.
Right in this area would be good. Right here, but never mind.
You want me back up?
Yeah, back up into the little, yep.
Say when.
When, yeah, this would be good, yeah. Got a little bit of deflate if we do end up taking contact.
Okay. Johnson, you want to step out and get your binos out and see what we can see?
What direction?
Just you want to scope north and east for sure. I'm gonna get out with you. Johnson, come with me. We're going to push up here and make sure we can get some scope out the eastern side of this vegetation. Get your weapon out, albino.
Weapons out.
HQ Vic, this is Charlie Vic. Radio check, over. Understood, over. Hey, Patterson, if I get out, grab the comms. I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
Roger, we dismounted just to get some binos. Apologize for the mix-up, over. HQ, this is Charlie Vic. We're still holding in place here in a blocking position. Do you want us to proceed further east and clear the cut line road over? Understood. We'll hold here then. If you're going to be covering down on the eastern side, we won't clear that cut line road then if you guys want to handle that on your way down, over. Okay, so I'm going to bump us up some. I was just saying, if you guys are going to take up that eastern sector, do you guys want to clear that cut line road and we'll stay here and support, or do you want us to clear it? Our current grid is at grid 076078, over. Roger. Our current grid is at 076078, over. We're just south of the cut line, about 100 yards.
Not a great spot.
Understood.
Is that HQ in front of us?
Yeah, it's HQ. He shouldn't be sitting here. We're wide open.
You want us to move?
Either into defilade or into brush. The joys of being a giant yellow target.
This is not the best spot, though.
I can see pretty far every direction.
Yeah, we can push, you see that big, weird, pregnant tree up there? We can push to that.
That's the spot that you don't like. You get run up on.
Hold on, getting radio traffic. Understood. You are going to task us with clearing Recondo Point, over. Understood. We'll probe that. Do we want to clear Route AFCAC and Route Boki into this western vegetation here at all? Or do you want us to pick that up later? Say again, last, over.
He said wait one. Condo point's 500 meters up. By the way, guys, personal waypoint works on this server.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's visible in the map and in your HUD.
Understood. We'll move to investigate Recondo Point, over. Okay, so let's take a look at this. What's the best way of doing it from our current position? I'm thinking we need to cut into this vegetation here, and then we'll sweep in across this open area where we got rocks, and hopefully maybe get some eyes into the watering hole from here.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. HQ, this is Charlie Vic. We're proceeding north to clear Recondo Point, over.
480 meters.
Man, there's all kinds of cheat sheet stuff on this.
Yeah, let's not use them. That just makes it too easy. Great.
Okay, we'll scope this out before we move up. Johnson, you and me dismount. Patterson, you got the radio?
Roger.
Okay, we're going to dismount and get our scopes out. Alright, Fish, you with me?
Yep.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Oh, there to the left is a little bit of broken and high ground. We can push out and kind of probe. We'll push out and we'll kind of probe and see if we take fire. And then once we get over there, we'll dismount and we'll sweep north up the hill and then east into Recondo Point. Over.
Reasonable. I'd suggest a small, probably 2-man element for that, because you don't want that much movement inside that.
Yeah, we'll just get out and kind of poke on them, see what we find. Clear this little defilade right here.
Clear.
Yep. Understood. Section 1 is investigating watering hole north of Recondo Point. Over. Understood. Over. We may be off comms. I'm gonna nestle us in here and stop. Alright. When we get out. Hit tab, use the scroll wheel to go down to whisper mode. We're going to dismount and kind of move through here, stay close to me. If you see me pointing something, that means, we're going to move in that direction. If you see me do the little round signal above my head, that means move back to the vehicle. Alright, let's dismount.
Let them know. HQ, this is Charlie Vic. We're going off comms, investigating Recondo Point. Marked front line of trace is we're currently at our vehicle staged at 076082. Again, at 076082. Roger. We're going to push in from the west side of that watering hole and kind of sweep up the hill. Over. Understood. Section 1, do you have anybody on vehicle comms? Over. Roger. Just make sure you're PID-ing your targets because we're going to be moving up on this hill here. Over. If you see us pop red smoke, if the shooting starts, that's our position.
You want all of us to go?
No, I think we should leave at least one person with the truck. Well, 2 people with the truck. We'll just split up into a 2-man section, and we're going to poke in here, try not to get in contact. So who wants to go with me, Patterson or Johnson?
DJ should. I'll stay on the commander gun.
Okay.
Okay.
You might want to stay dismounted, Patterson, just to secure the immediate surroundings.
Raj.
Hey, there's contact west.
Yep, round.
Or north.
Yeah, that's round north.
Alright, CJ, come to me. Okay, we're going to push in. CJ, you with me?
Yep. You can hear me, right?
We're going to push up these trees, see what we can see. fuck this. Let's get back to the truck. They're taking heavy contact.
Sounds like they hit most.
Pat, I see smoke north.
They're taking heavy contact.
Get in.
We're in.
Section 1, this is Charlie Vic. Can we assist you?
They might not be, reverse back up that hill if I should be able to get eyes.
Understood. We hear shots. Are you firing or is that them firing? Over.
Yeah, right up on there.
Roger. Are they on high ground? Over. If you could give me an estimated grid of where they're at, that'd be perfect.
Get us in this defilade.
Watch the right side. I think they're to the right. They're to the right side of us.
Yep.
Okay, when we pop over here, they may be right in front of us. I'm going to push right. Gunner, watch left. They're in these trees right in front of us, I bet. Yep, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Line them up. Backing up. I'm taking fire. I'm getting this back. Fish, gunners down, go to work.
Working on
Johnson,
fish.
get in there. Engines down. We're pulling out. We're pulling out. I'm awake. Okay, Johnson, go to work.
I'm working on fish.
We're gonna pull back up here to this high ground, and we're gonna get some deflate, and we're gonna put some fire on them. Roger, we're breaking contact. We found some high ground here. We're gonna attempt to get them. We got a good sight line on them. Understood. Be advised, I have 1 KIA right now. My medic's working on them, trying to save them.
Just hold still so I can get a good look out there.
Johnson, are you working on him?
Yeah, I'm working on him.
Okay.
I'm bleeding a little bit. Just hold still, hold still. I'm trying to zoom in.
There's somewhere left of us to about 11 o'clock. There's some over there. There might be some to the 12 o'clock too. We need to get on this gun, top gun, see if I can find them.
Was that spot occupied?
Fish was in it. We need to get him out of it.
Yeah,
Johnson, if you can move him out of it, we need to get in the gun.
Yeah, he has no pulse, no response, no blood pressure.
Okay, well we don't want to leave his body here,
Right
so
on.
we definitely need our machine gun because there's contacts to the 12.
How do I get him out of here?
Okay, you see that fire?
Yeah, I'm seeing the tracers.
HQ Vic, are you lighting them up? Understood. We are currently at grid 07403, marked Charlie. We got contact, straight 12, straight 12. Okay, so you see to our Josh.
Walk my rounds in.
Okay, left, you see the 2 big trees in front of us, left? Well, there's 3 of them kind of grouped up, okay?
Got him, got movement.
Yeah, 12, straight 12, you get him, light him up. Understood, we're in contact with them, we've got a good bead, we're lighting them up, time now.
One more guy to the left. New box, new box.
Should I put fish in a body bag?
Yeah, if you can. We need to get on that gun right now.
Putting it in.
I'm gonna back us up, give us cover. Okay. We need somebody on the top gun as soon as possible, though.
Well,
let me know when your gun is up. You good?
Commanding gun up. Up.
I'm in the gunner seat.
I'm pulling forward. Our vehicle's starting to take some shots, so we can't do too much. So light them up. Back it up. They've got a 0 dead. We're gonna offset and displace. Roger, HQ, we're gonna pull back and displace. They've got us kind of bid in. We think we can ear hole them. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn left. That way you got a new flanking shot on them. Johnson, are you in that top gun yet?
I'm in the gun. But I can't quite
right
see
off
where
our
they are.
nose. About 200 meters, straight 12. Through the bushes, just line up through those bushes on the trees where it starts to get high ground. Okay, one to the left, 11 o'clock. He's running high, he's got an RPG. You can't see him, he's behind the trees. Bring it left more. Yeah, right in that area there. He's in those bushes. Yep, those big green ones that are just to the left. There he is, he's next to that tree. You see him? Light him up, right there, all on him. You're all on him, he's left laying down. There's two of them there. Yep, light him up, light him up. Light him up, light him up. Empty. Top gun, light him up.
No, I'm empty, shit.
Backing
back.
up. I'm reloading.
My reload key is not reloading. What's up with that? It says the gun's red.
Front gun up. Okay, front gun, I'm going to pull you forward. You remember where they're at? Right there to the left. 11 o'clock, he's running. He's in the trees. I can't. Right there. I don't know where right there is. To the left, just straight 12. To the left a little more. Yep, right through that yellow bush, right in front of us. About 100 yards right in front. The tree that just fell over is right where he's at. I can't see anything through the irons. Okay, the gun's disabled now, you're shooting down. Okay. Here's what we can do. We can dismount. Yeah, well, yeah, I can't see. Your gun's pointing straight down, so where are you aiming? I'm pointing forward. Okay, yeah, you're in the vicinity where he was. I'm gonna focus out a little bit. See if we can get spot eyes on him. We're gonna co-locate with these guys and push in. Alright, I'm bleeding, by the way.
I know, I've been working on you.
Okay. Back up. Watch.
Easy. Jesus
Watch.
Christ. I'm stitching you, Pat.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna move us back here. We're gonna go back to this defilade. HQ Vic, I say we, this blade's good to hold down coverage here. I'm gonna move past it. I'm gonna stay on your left side and we'll see if we can engage them from longer distance, over. Okay, turret. Okay. Negative, over. Am I seeing movement back there about 400 meters out? Clockwise direction. 12. I don't know. I don't see anything. No. Now we can pull forward along this left edge here and see if we can pick them up again. HQ, we're going to pull forward slightly along this western side of this defilade. See if we can pick them up again. That way they're not maneuvering onto that high ground. I don't have any eyes now. I'm looking through foliage. Okay. Now they may be up that high ground by now on our left, about our 11 o'clock. Nope, they're on the right side. You got them? Well, no. As soon as you start moving, I can't see anything. Okay. Are they still on our left side, though? I heard fire from the right there. Because to me, it looks like your gun is shooting into the engine block.
No, I'm shooting straight forward. You see my tracers?
Yeah, I see them.
I saw movement there, right to left.
HQ, this is Charlie Vic. Is Section 1 still north of us, over? Understood. Understood. Vicinity Potato Hill, over?
Negative. They were north.
Yeah, I see a friendly vehicle mark up that way. That was 11:30:12.
HQ, this is Charlie. Request the ability to move in dismounted on foot so we can try to get to Bravo's position, over. Roger, I'm requesting for my element. I got 3 effectives to move dismounted on foot, try and locate Bravo's previous position, over.
Whoa, bring me around, bring me.
I am. I'm bringing you around. I'm getting down the step plate first. Johnson, you up?
I'm up. Is anyone hit?
Nope,
No.
just wondering.
Can't.
Hey, HQ, if you go to your west, it's a little bit of high ground, might give you some good eyes. Yeah, they're lighting us up. Right flank. I'm going to flip you. I'm just trying to get to a good spot so we can poke in on them.
Sounds like it's from the northish.
Yeah, it's coming from the north. Right to our 12. This on that kind of leading up that hill. I think they're shooting at our buddies here. Yep, straight 12. Start lighting up the tree line.
Back up, back off that, stop. Yeah, you're putting bushes in my face, so I can't.
Shoot through them. Straight 12. Suppress it. That tree line as it goes up. I'm going to poke you up a little more. Yep, straight 12, right on the nose. He's running through the clearing. Right there, in between the bushes. Yeah, you're on him. I'm going to pull forward some. He's right there next to that big tree. See him? Are you reloading?
I gotta. Yeah.
Alright. Johnson,
I'm loaded.
is your gun?
I'm loaded.
Okay, I'm pulling you up. He's still by that tree to the right. You see the clearing there through the 2 bushes? He's in the trees right. There he is moving. You
Well,
see him?
I've got a different viewpoint than you do. Push me in front of this bush.
Straight 12, right off the nose, right in front of you. There's 3 trees. He's moving. You see him?
Yeah.
Yep. Light him up. Okay, not that one. There's one to the further right. Keep going right. Start shooting so I can see your trade. Nope, there's one. You see him? Then there's another one down and to the right in the trees. You see him now moving?
No. Just direct.
Yeah, you're almost right more, right and down. Yeah, go down from there. Another one moving to the left. He's obvious. Another one to the left. There's 2 of them moving. We're going to have to back up in a second.
How far to the?
They're right in front of us, about 150 meters. Yeah, they're to the left of where you're shooting. They're sitting kind of in the open. You're on them now.
Hang on, I'm hit. Back up.
I'm backing.
Working on you.
Problem is,
our engine's
I've got
dead.
this radio.
Dismount. Engine's dead.
I've got this radio antenna right in my face. Stay low. Pop smoke. We're gonna stay low.
Smoke out.
We're gonna. All right, let's use the vehicle for cover.
You guys
We know they're straight to the 12. Our vehicle's disabled. There's some straight to the 12 of us. We can line them up. We pop smoke.
I'm repairing it.
Okay. I'm going to shift right to those
I'm
trees.
hit. Hang on.
You see those trees? Johnson, I'm going to shift right to those trees there and try to get a shot on them.
Just stand by for a second. We're doing.
I'm trying to get Pat here.
Alright, one
Are
more
you
repair.
getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you, and I'm gonna get me.
Vehicle should be good.
Trying to find your medical menu. Stand by. There we go.
Vehicle's good, I think.
I'm gonna check your blood pressure.
I look good. Looks.
Yeah, you're good. I need to get me now.
Oh, come on, let me reload. Let me reload, I see you.
Straight off my 12.
Oglesby, you hear me?
Yeah, we need to get out.
Harder. I'm engaging a lot of them, man, right now. They're dying.
So keep low around these rocks. I can hear you.
Repair it again.
I think we should pull back south of the cut line and engage him from long distance. So let's demount back to the vehicle. Shit,
Patterson got
down.
hit.
Okay, let's get him up and get back to the vehicle.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Alright, let's haul back to the vehicle.
Is your Vic?
We're just going to drive it back. I think we should pull south of the cut and engage them.
Carter?
Command, this is Charlie Vic. Be advised, I think we should pull back south of the cut, get about 2 or 3 more 100 yards off these guys, and engage them from long distance with the machine guns. Section 1's going to have to wait until we reduce these guys.
Working on you, Pat.
Hey, HQ.
Like I saw
HQ, can you hear me on radio? Can you guys hear me on the radio? Okay, I think we should pull back south of the cut into that open area and engage those dudes because of where they're at. We could probably hit them from 300-400 yards out. So I'm going to take my vehicle back there. If you guys want to stay here, that's fine, but I'm going to rush my guys out that way.
No, we'll keep.
Watch your front right, though. They look like they were maneuvering on you.
Okay, I've got everybody stitched.
Okay, good to go. All right. If you got some morphine, I could take some, but I don't need it. Okay, well, that's turning into fun. I dropped 1 or 2 dismounts with my FN FAL. Boy, you hit them with this, they go down. Okay, I'm going to flip us around, and then we'll try engaging them from standoff. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull us further right, and we'll get a better angle on them. You see how it kind of goes low? If we can push over here, we might get a better angle on them. Okay, now I'm going to flip us around, start looking for contacts. This fucking radio antenna is right in front. Yeah, crazy, huh? HQ, this is Charlie Element. Radio check, over. HQ, this is Charlie. Radio check, over. Roger, we're just checking on you, making sure everything's fine. Okay, Patterson, if I have to guide you on in, that big tree that's in front of us 100 yards, I'm going to tell you either left of that, up, down, or right, okay? This turned into a bit of a cloister. Your engine's HQ, we definitely need to try and poke up north and see if we can find them. I recommend we leave the VIX behind and we push up slowly, at least a dismounted element from my group, if not your group entirely, and try to hit them. Well, what I would suggest is you guys get in a position to overwatch us as we start pushing. We'll see if we can get these guys. Okay, we'll start trying to probe in on them from this direction, see what we can get, because we need to try to make it to Bravo. Understood. I'm going to start pushing up now, slowly.
I'm back on the gun.
Roger. If we can get them engaged again and pull them towards us down into this open area, that would be ideal. I'm going to stop right here for a second. Make sure you kill. Roger. Roger, we'll see if we can grab him by the nose and make him chase us. Straight 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, moving. Yeah, up a little more. There he is, 12 o'clock. You're on him. To the right. He's in the bushes. He's in the yellow bushes. Straight 12 o'clock. He's behind the big trees. Yeah, he's in where that yellow bush that you were shooting. He's in that area there. HQ, we got eyes on one or two of them. Straight 12 of our vehicle. We're trying to line them up. HQ, if you want to swing past us, go up on that high ground where that defilade is, you might be able to see him. I'm going to back us up, get some standoff so he doesn't pop out right in front of us. Yeah, hold. HQ, he's probably going to be at your 230. That's where he was at, kind of on the slope of that hill. He was moving back towards the east. Yeah. HQ, we're going to push to you, and we're going to probe in from that direction, see if we can pick him up again. That way you can see where we're at. We're moving to you, and then we'll keep probing north and see if we can pick him up. That way you can have eyes on our vehicle as we push up. Okay, Johnson,
He might
I
be
want
right.
you watching the 2 o'clock. We're going to go left up on this high ground. We're going to get behind it, and then we're going to pop up over the top again.
Okay, watch 2 o'clock.
Yeah, there he is. Picking him up. He's at our 3 now.
Oh. Yep, a little bit more. That's it. No, hold.
I'm holding.
Yeah, once we're zoomed in, you start moving. That wrecks everything.
I got a body behind that big tree. Roger, we may be able to ear hole them while you back up if they aggress on you. HQ, we got eyes on one enemy KIA. It looks like you might have got the guy if he's not shooting at you anymore. Looks like a second one possibly too in those reeds or those bushes over. Roger, we got a pretty good vantage point from here. We'll keep an eye out on him. Roger, we're approximately 250 yards southwest. I've got some high ground here off to my left at grid 075084. We're marked on map where it says 5 to 6 enemy approximately. I'd like to move to that position if you can overwatch over.
I'm getting really low on supplies. I've only got 4 bandages in total and a head wound that keeps reopening.
Roger.
You can take stuff out of my ruck if you need, if you haven't.
HQ, this is Charlie. Am I good to move to that position? You look like you're in a pretty good spot to overwatch me over. Understood.
Tilt over. If you push to the right, because you're killing my mark right there. There it is.
Looks like we got about a half hour left. It's 5:40.
So do we have to be back home at 16 or at 1810, or do we have to
I
be
think
on
that's
the
when
way
we
back?
start. I think that's when we start to head back.
Yeah, but we can always do it longer if we need to. The event's
We
over
can.
at 18:30, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know what put together plan these guys are coming up with, but I think we need to start moving if we're going to find our guys.
That sounds like.
I think that I think we're in a decent spot. We can at least kind of probe up, see if we can get eyes over this hill into that defilade, and see if we can spot those dudes. We got guys on the ground up there. I don't really want to pull out.
Those guys could be a lot.
Understood. I'm going to draw a path from my position to the high ground. That would be a good overwatch position. We'd give us good enfilading fire down below us into that spot, and we could pull back behind the crest of the hill if we needed to, if we took fire immediately. Marked on map, dated over.
So what's the friendly position expected to be?
We're thinking it's somewhere to the east. Understood. To avoid any further casualties, if we're decisively engaged, we are to break contact south RTB, over. Understood, over. Am I good to move, over? Executing time now. Understood, over. Okay, so we'd crest over the top here, be looking. Okay, straight 12. What is that?
What is what?
You see anything out there? Or those bushes?
I just see. I just got foliage. Hang on, let me look. I got that clearing out there, but
I don't see any men yet.
Okay, we're gonna trace to the right.
I can't see the watering hole from here. I'm betting that.
Okay, straight 12. Yeah. They're in the trees toward 12.
The green one?
The far tree line, they're in there somewhere.
Can we push forward? Is that higher ground in front
Yeah,
of it?
I'm gonna push forward just a bit. Off the nose. Go ahead, HQ. We got a sporadic single contact. He's a ways off.
Friendly vehicle.
We have eyes on friendly vehicle. We're engaging hostiles time now, over. We're gonna back up, use the deflate some, because we're taking shots on our truck.
You see him, CJ?
No, I don't see him. I'm looking.
I think they may
Just
be
put
down
some
on
fire
our
in the
vehicle.
far tree.
Yeah. I think they're down below us.
You think?
Yeah, I think they're down below us because as soon as we got behind the deflate, firing stopped. So I'm going to go over by this tree, and I'm going to back this up. We're taking contact now, so. Okay, straight to our 12 is the watering hole. Straight to our 12 now. When I pop up, you'll start seeing the friendly vehicles. I'm willing to bet that they're down. They're defilade from us now. As soon as we pop up over the crest, though, they'll see us.
Yep.
So they're below us.
All right. Yeah. Hold. Just scanning. All right, move up. I see that trail off our 2 o'clock from the.
Yep, they're on our right. 1 o'clock. Now they're 12. Understood. We're engaged in hostiles. We have eyes on one of Section 1's vehicles. Time now. Yeah, it's like basically right through those orange bushes. Yeah, backing up. Our vehicle's taking too much hits. I think we'd do better dismounted, in all honesty. HQ, I think we would have better luck if we dismounted and tried to get them behind cover. Our vehicle's...
I'm gonna try to fix.
I don't want to risk damaging the vehicle more.
Do you want me to fix the top?
Yeah, fix the vehicle.
I was hit. I'm bandaging myself. With what I have left. Pat, are you okay?
I'm fine. How do I pull this spare tire off?
These fucking dudes are snipes, man.
Pat.
What?
Pat. How do I pull
Set
off
the tire. You have to do ace interact, remove tire, set the tire down beside it.
I've got a missing.
And then once you have the tire out beside it, you interact with the wheel well or the axle and change tire.
The tire off, the spare tire off.
Okay, ace interact with the vehicle, go to cargo, and then remove it. Go ahead, HQ, over. Understood. Hostile forces we were engaging, I estimate to be at approximately grid 077, 076. They're just going to be southeast of that watering hole, or they're on the eastern side of that watering hole.
How are we doing?
Negative 077, 084. They're going to be just east or in south of that watering hole. They may also be an element in the tree line slightly northeast of it. That's a roger, over.
Vehicles.
Roger. I also have eyes on one Bravo Vic. It's disabled at grid, within that same grid zone, 076084. It's just west of the watering hole, over. Okay, wheel good? You guys want to try to pop them again?
Let's do it.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the
Try not
best
to turn
way.
as you do that. Just do it in a straight line so we can straight out and back.
Shit,
We're not
he's down there
pointed.
on that free vehicle, Vic. I'm backing up. He's straight to the 12 somewhere. I don't know how far.
All right, push forward again past this bush so we can see.
My turret is disabled.
All right, my gun is up.
Yeah, straight 12. Eyes on. Straight 12. He's out in the clearing. You see him?
Guide my
He's
round.
out in the clearing. Yep.
Guide my round.
Shoot straight 12. Shoot straight 12. Yeah, you're on him. Your vicinity, I think, on, no, left. Bring it left. 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 Right on him. You hit him. You hit him. Good hit. He's down. You hit him. HQ, this is Charlie. We just engaged and killed 1 times enemy hostile. We're looking for more. They're out in the open in the bushes.
Loading. I got another one.
Roger,
out
they're north and northeast
I'm out
of
of ammo.
Bravo Vic, marked on map.
I'm out of
You're out? Okay.
I'm out of
HQ,
bandages.
this is Charlie. My commander's machine gun is out of ammunition, and my top gun is in need of repairs. If we're gonna, we're in a pretty decent spot. We could get out of the truck here and put some decent fire on them from covered positions.
See
Over.
if I can repair the turret. See.
Can you pass me a couple bandages, Pat?
My mechanic is attempting to make repairs on it time now. If we can get it up, I'll let you know as soon as it's operational.
Pat, I thought I saw another guy out.
Okay, machine guns up. Patterson, take the main gun. Roger, my top gun is now operational. We've got decent high ground. I think those guys are definitely in the bushes on the low area. They're not in the tree line now. There may be more elements in the trees. Patterson, let me know when you're good to go.
I'm on.
Yeah, I think he's in those bushes. Yeah, he's standing up. The guy you just killed earlier, he just got back up. To the right.
Walk my right.
Right.
Shit.
CJ, are you?
Man, this is Charlie. Command Charlie, how? Oglesby's down. CJ is down.
Preparing your vehicle now. Are any of you up?
I died. Shit.
Yeah, stay there. Get a bit closer so you can like go straight. Oh fuck it.
He just turned around and said nope.
Out. Get out, get out, get out, get out.
Yeah, we're gone.
Oh man. How did that go wrong? We were actually in a good engagement, 1 enemy KIA per maneuver we did.
Yeah.
Alright.
I remember, like a couple of times where we would just sit in a protracted firefight.
But you know we're going to hear it because Harris and Carter, the HQ team, is the only people who lived. You know?
Yep.
So could you guys have shot and moved more, or
No.
were
The
you
problem
just
that we had
running
is our
your ass
vehicles were
off, or
shit.
what?
Our vehicles became shit.
Yeah,
We
the vehicle's
couldn't
fucking.
move, yeah.
You
Our
take
vehicles
one
got
shot
disabled.
to the vehicle and it's fucked. It's fucking weird.
Rich's Vic was smoking within 15 seconds of the
Yeah.
engagement, with his driver going down in that time as well. We were completely hobbled within the first volley of gunfire.
Yep.
After before I went down, the gun became disabled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
and that's
thing,
what got me.
The big
is-
thing too is, guys, just don't degenerate into an ass chewing. You know, it
Yeah.
wasn't our night
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh,
There were
for
some
sure.
things that happened that could happen to any team here. I suspect, with the way that this is, there is no team that really did very well, especially with the AI's abilities. And we were trying to pull them and get them to chase us. They weren't infiltrating south of the cut. Those dudes were hiding out, hanging out up north.
Yeah.
And because like we tried to get them to chase us, but they weren't. They weren't going to chase us at all. They were sitting there.
Oh, I mean, I think they just showed up with one job in mind in that case.
Yeah, and so basically Bravo section kind of pulled into an ambush point, got lit up, got cut off, and then it turned into a mission of trying to get to the guys. And you know, within 15, you know, it probably within 20 seconds, there was a bad 20 seconds is all that there was in this op that I saw. And that was that bad 20 seconds that first section had, and then that proceeded to make things even worse, and it kind of forced a fight in a different manner than what we should have been trying to fight with.
So
And then, of course, you know, the big thing is on the train up for this, you know, we had some guys like that hadn't been here as often, you know, so they weren't as familiar with stuff, hadn't got a chance to be on the gun. I know in my truck, Fish was the gunner. He was the first guy that got schwacked. And then my commander's machine gun was Patterson, who hadn't been able to do a whole heck of a lot, I think, from that position. He'd been driving before. He wasn't in our team before.
That was my first time in
and
that
he's
particular
old
vehicle.
anyways, so he can't fucking see.
Fuck you.
So
I've really
I mean,
I'm
my
blind.
he's
I
like,
can
you
see
gotta
my
tell me
pixels
where
just
I'm
like you
shooting. He's like, you gotta tell, like, you can't see this fucking dude straight 12 of the vehicle by the bush.
I was sticking my eyeballs like an inch in front of my monitor.
This fucking dude is out
trying to
here
look at those
waving at me. You
pixels.
want to talk to him first or what?
I thought you were trying to ask him out for a date.
Yeah. Once we, I mean, I think it could have been a little bit better. I think it could have been a little better if we'd have dismounted and fought them dismounted, but...
Oh, shit.
Oh, tension on deck.
Are they still dead?
Are you guys joining the dead as fuck crew?
Yeah,
No.
dead channel
No,
is
we
fuck.
made it back.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you made it back.
We might as
Oh
well
my
do
God.
debrief in hell though, because like the entire team is there.
Yeah.
Hey, there was a bad 30 seconds in there, guys. Like, you know, don't beat yourself up too much. You know, it was I think, as far as the execution of it went, I think everybody did a good job of doing what they were supposed to and acting effectively. It just wasn't our night, you know. There was a bad 30 seconds that first section got into, and then the fight became, you know, one of trying to get to people. And, you know, that's the kind of stuff that happens real world. You can have a bad 30 seconds. You know, Black Hawk Down, think of that. That was a bad 30 fucking seconds, and look what that shit turned into.
Also, we're moving to the staging area.
Oh, we are?
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, okay.
So this will be a first, trying to do an AAR with no map.
Yeah.
We remember.
Let me know when you guys are about to start and set up recording, just so I have an audio recording of the debrief.
Thank you.
You guys good?